Welcome back to another episode of the official Hammer Time podcast. As always, I am your host, Cade Harper, aka Cad Locks. Alongside me is my usual duo partner in crime, fellow Sharp himself, aka Red Bull CEO, aka Getting Our Fridge Guy, aka our sharp insight on newest Red Bull seasonal flavors.
Do that.
What a call on Fuji Apple.
You're welcome. Get ready for vanilla, or get ready for iced vanilla berry back and white peach coming January 18th.
We are getting this live. You cannot get this anywhere else.
You're right. You can't.
Yeah, that's Hammer Time for you. Yeah. Got a little bit to go over today. Just another light week. Just nothing crazy going on. Just got a couple of these conference championships. Got a couple futures on the line for like some 10-1s, some 9-1s, and I don't know, maybe some like playoff implication kind of deal. Nothing like too insane, but yeah, you got stuff going on. It's going to be a hectic week. We're picking up steam. We have this week to go over. Next week is really going to pick up because, like we said, pretty much going to be going over all the bowl games, going over, of course, the Army-Navy game. Tons of other stuff is coming, and it's just going to be a lot as time goes on. So, before we get into today, of course, want to make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, following, reviewing, sharing, whatever it is, whether you're listening on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple. And I believe we're on a couple other platforms now. I'm not honestly sure. But those are like the main ones where the audience comes in.
Catch us on vinyl.
Yeah, or what? I don't even know what half of them are anymore. It's kind of nuts. Yeah, post Thanksgiving week. So it's getting crunch time for football. I'm sad, but I'm also happy because this is like also the best time of the year in terms of also the worst. Nonetheless, we still have games to go over. Yeah, I don't know. We have games to go over, though, from all the way from Sun Belt all the way to Big Ten. So we'll start. I don't know which one we're starting with, but we'll just start and then kind of go from there.
Got 4 games on Friday. That's all I know.
That is true. As soon as I'm off, as soon as we're clocking out, it's couch time. So, yeah.
I'll be in a car.
Aww.
I'll be at a state playoff game, actually.
Oh. Yeah. Football's football, though. It's all right.
Yeah. I'll be dual. I'll have the games on with a little high school football. So that'll be fun.
Dub.
Where do you want to start? Which game do you want to start at on Friday?
I mean, they're all starting at the same time, so I don't really think it matters.
Not true. Not true. 2 start
an
at
hour
the same
apart.
time, and then 2 start. Yeah. Well, 4 football games apart. On at the same time. That'll be cool.
So Quad Box is coming back into play. Shout out YouTube TV for getting the crap together. I know it's been a little bit since we talked about that, but nonetheless, I did still keep you. I will keep that note. I kept you around. We can hit on the one that we're probably not going to spend as much time on first, I guess, with JMU and Troy.
Yes. Yes. Hold on. I'm not ready. I need to get my lines up here. The potential second group of 5 team this year. Why is that game not popping up? What the heck? Okay. I can't find that game. Dope. You're going to have to tell me lines because I don't know. It won't pop up.
I'm showing minus 23.5 for JMU. Totals at 46.5.
Okay. Well, I mean, look, this is all JMU. I think anybody knows that. Troy's not good. They lucked out by Troy was dead. Like this honestly impressive run by Troy. I know no one watched this unless you're a Troy fan, but these dudes were dead 3 weeks ago, and come out and win 3 straight games, beat Southern Miss at the end of the season, and make the conference championship game. Yeah, I am too. 18-1 is dead. Didn't even hedge it because I didn't think I needed to, so that's tough.
Nope.
But for this game specifically, like James Madison should and probably will do whatever they want. They are elite offensively and defensively in every stat category you can find. They are bludgeoning teams lately, and I think it very much has something to do with the fact that they have to get as high in the rankings as possible to even have a chance at the playoff. So I think it's a name your score kind of game. I took the over. I don't think you can touch Troy at any number. I don't care what power ratings say or projections or anything. I think this is JMU minus 23.5. I think it's the over. JMU probably tries to win this 50-0, I think.
I kept this simple. I didn't necessarily back JMU in the way that I imposed to. Nonetheless, I took the team total because I don't want to say they need style points in a way, because it feels like, as far as what we know in terms of playoff scenario, Duke loses,
they're out.
Or sorry, Duke wins or whatever, then they go in. As long as JMU just wins, apparently that's what it seems like. But that's, I don't know. That's iffy. We know their offense. It's not necessarily anything to really just go in depth to. The team total's 34.5. I think they put up 40 plus pretty easily, comfortably. So I don't think it's that much of a big breakdown, honestly. Not really worth it, but there you go.
No, that will be the one game that you have up and you're just watching James. You're just watching purple or white or whatever they're wearing. Just end zone.
Yeah.
That's more than likely what you're seeing there. So then next one, Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State. Oh, reminder, the Friday games are all at home for these teams. So correct. JMU is playing at home. For Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State, it is in Jacksonville for this game. I do have that one. So that one, Jack State currently at 2.5, plus 2.5. Kennesaw State favored by minus 2.5. Over under 60.5. High total. So, what do we know about these two teams? Well, they played each other. We do know that. And Jacksonville State beat them. I believe it was 3 weeks ago.
That was, I was going to say it wasn't that long.
Yeah, Jacksonville State won 35-26 in Jacksonville. So, we're just repeating the same thing. The biggest things here, Kennesaw State had over 100 more yards total offense. They lost a turnover battle 4-0. Kennesaw State did.
Yep.
They dominated time of possession. They were 7 of 15 on third downs, where Jacksonville State was 4 of 11. They were 2 for 3 on fourth downs. Both averaged around the same amount of penalties. I think in this game, the biggest matchup advantage you're going to see is Kennesaw State's passing offense versus Jacksonville State's passing defense, personally.
Yep.
Because
for sure.
Kennesaw State doesn't get sacked. The QB is very good, very mobile. He's got a good scramble percentage, scramble rate. Jacksonville State is not great at that. And he has a really good ADOT, and they're middle of the pack in yards after catch. So I think that, and then when Jacksonville, I think the two passing offenses are your biggest advantages here. I do not have a lean on a spread or money line. I think it's really hard to pick a team that won the turnover battle 4-0 and expect that to happen again. I took the under because I think that home field advantage, it's a 2 weeks off, not 2 weeks off. You had 6 days off, I think, for both these teams. So you're getting kind of a rest disadvantage for both these teams. I'd say it may start out a little slow. So I took the under. I would take it at 60.5. I lean Kennesaw, but I don't feel comfortable playing anything there.
I understand. I did find myself taking Jacksonville State at the worst number possible. Honestly, I gotta say, I wasn't really expecting that much buy-in, I should say, on Kennesaw. Nonetheless, I haven't looked at splits at all for this game, to be completely honest with you. So in terms of market play, it's completely out the window.
Looking at,
I don't know if you
56% of the bets. This is spread only. 56% of the bets, 95% of the money
on Kennesaw.
Yeah, money line is 56% of the bets, 95% of the money.
Apparently, it's just really public, not necessarily sharp. Then again, looking at the last matchup again, it's the total yards. Yes, they got outgained. Any team that turns the ball over 4 times, though,
gonna lose.
The opposite side is more than likely going to have more yards. Obviously, the main thing that I'm looking at is the conversion rate, and in terms of just the like quality drives and just like actually finishing your drives, which there's a couple angles, and you can look at Kennesaw State's side. Just don't turn the ball over, essentially, is rule number 1 in this. They had 2 quarterbacks pretty much playing in this game. 4 of those turnovers were all interceptions. Their run defense essentially wasn't necessarily awful. They allowed 250 on the ground. And essentially it's been consistent, kind of that same performance that we've seen throughout the rest of the year. I'm not going to act like I've watched every single Kennesaw State game. Just looking based off of rankings and box scores and what they have done previously in these last few games that we've seen since then, it started to get out of hand, essentially, in that game after all of the field goals that they held them to, and it was just bad. This time, I think you're going to see Kennesaw play this a lot more conservative than they did in that first game. They took a ton of deep shots that first game, if you guys watched it. And essentially, I just think that they might run the ball again just because they had their best running day of the year in that game. And it was the only time this season that they lost when they ran for more than 160. On the other side, you look at Jacksonville State. Not as a certain, I mean, they don't have a turnover problem like Kennesaw does. It was the most turnovers that they forced all year. But then again, like you said, that's what their defense does. They are very good at forcing turnovers. This is not just a great defense. They give up a ton of yards, but it's one of the greatest in the country at taking the ball away and forcing turnovers. Whenever they had 250 rushing yards against Kennesaw, obviously it's a great high number. You have Cam Cook, who is pretty much the team's golden child, dude's a stud. Nobody else got a carry outside of him and the quarterback, I should say. So those 2 guys are pretty much those are your bell cows type of workload, if you want to call it that. If they keep it simple, I'm expecting them to do the same thing on the ground. They're 7-1 when they run for 250 yards or more, and Kennesaw lost 2 of the 3 times it allowed more than 250, and the win was in double overtime last week against Liberty. So yes, the whole stigma, beating someone twice, it is hard in this situation. Yes, it is also at home, and I'm very aware of that. The line is what it is for a reason. They did get outgained. Technically, they did play better despite your turnover ratio. I understand why they are favored. But again, I'm going to back the team that runs the ball better. It doesn't necessarily work on the road as well as it does in your own stadium. But again, it's not necessarily just about that. But at the same time, Jacksonville State's 5-0 at home. So I feel like you kind of have to back that kind of side. Kennesaw State, they're 3-3 on the road. It's going to be another decently fun game, and I do like your under with you, honestly, because I did look into a couple of systems, and the weather's supposed to be cold. So when you have freezing temperatures like that, there's a system of where these totals that are higher like that tend to go under by at least a touchdown every time they're around a certain number. So
cool.
Under Jacksonville State, either way, I think you're fine. I think both teams run the ball more than they did the first matchup, and it might be a lot slower paced.
Yeah, a couple things to watch for both you with Jacksonville State and me with the under. Amari Odom, quarterback for Kennesaw State, has now carried the ball in the last 3 games 12 times against Jacksonville State, 16 against Missouri State, 13 against Liberty. So heavy run numbers for the QB. And the biggest thing that needs to be watched when Kennesaw State's on offense is they're 49th in points per quality drive. So basically, when you get past the 40, how many points are you scoring per drive? They're at 3.65. Jacksonville State's defense, 4.03, 116th in the country. If Jacksonville State can hold Kennesaw State to field goals or turnovers, I feel very good about both plays that we have. So it's something that has to flip. It's a 1-game sample. I would lean with you with going with the home dog. We'll see if that gets to 3 before
I do too. I'm honestly curious because then again, I can probably find a middle at that point.
Yes. Yeah.
But ultimately, I'm holding. I have no choice but to hold out now because I can't buy out of it. But
yeah. Next one is we'll go North Tech. We'll go with probably the best game of Friday. The Sun Belt. Oh, whoa, no, the American. I do that like
disrespectful.
How disrespectful of me. North Texas Tulane. It is in New Orleans. Yeah, it's in New Orleans. Both coaches are gone. North Texas coach Eric Morris going to Oklahoma State, and obviously Tulane's coach John Summerall going to Florida. So this is 2 head coaches that are leaving. We'll see how much that factors into like how much these guys want to play. Like there is a playoff berth on the line here. The winner of this game is getting in the playoff. So obviously there's going to be a fight here, but it is interesting to think about in that aspect. I think we are pretty aligned in how we view this game. This is Drew Mestemaker. It's his game. The North Texas offense is elite, and Tulane's defense is good. It is honestly pretty good, especially for like American standards. Like it is a very good defense. But the biggest, like North Texas offense, man, number 3 in EPA per rush, number 6 in EPA per dropback, number 3 in quality drive rate, number 1 in points per quality drive, number 1, 4.85. That is insane. And you look at Tulane's defense, 72nd in points per drive or points per quality drive. So basically, it's looking like if North Texas gets inside the 40, it's a touchdown or it's at least points. On the other side of the ball, Tulane's offense has been good, but it's Jake Retzlaff. And at the end of the day, when you have Jake Retzlaff, your quarterback, you are limited in some things that you do offensively. There's not a ton of deep passing on this team. It is a lot of running the ball. It's a lot of misdirection, a lot of bootlegs, a lot of Retzlaff outside the pocket. Look, North Texas defense is not very good. I keep harping on points per quality drive. They're 105th. While Tulane's 65th. So there is a bit of there's a bit of an advantage there. 3rd down success. North Texas, bottom 5 in FBS in 3rd down success rate. They do not get off the field. So some of these things have to flip. I know Tulane's at home. I think that does matter to an extent, but I'm going to take the elite offense, and personally, I think they're just better, and I think that's showing in power ratings, and I think that's showing in the number, because I believe this number started really, really short, if I remember correctly. Maybe not, but I feel like the money line did, and it's kind of I knew the money line had ballooned a little bit because I took money line. I took it at what did I take it at? 132, I think. I would take it up to like 140, maybe even higher. I'd probably go up to 150, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll get that high, but I think North Texas goes in there and gets the win. I also like the under at high total unders. I'm trusting in a 1 game sample size that these fourth down success rates and that these points per quality drive kind of flip on themselves.
For sure. This would be a hedge game for me. I did take North Texas.
Have North Texas?
North Texas at 13-1. To win the American.
You have North Texas, but took North Texas?
I took it off of my action for the sole purpose of tracking the future, and then I pretty much remembered myself that I don't track futures, so I basically took it off.
Okay.
So I have the North Texas future there. I don't track hedges. I don't track middles. I don't track futures. I don't do any of that. That's just personal preference, but I mean, I log everything, that way you guys actually know what I do play. So technically, yes, I am hedging with Tulane in this game. I think this is a really weird game because one half of me, I don't know, man. North Texas defense itself is going to have a terrible day. In terms of Tulane and their tempo and what they do, they drag teams all the way down the field through the air. And now for Tulane's purpose, it's run, maybe explosive pass here, maybe a quick route here and here, but we're going to run a little bit more on you. They're balanced. But when they run, they're like 5 yards a carry type of team. You look at North Texas, they give up just about 5 yards per carry as a team. And that's going to be a problem. The one loss, obviously, to South Florida, the run defense melted, disappeared, discombobulated. It's dead. Army, Western Michigan, I'm missing a couple other teams in there, but both took them to overtime specifically in those 2 games, actually. Both ran really well on them. Shocking. Army runs the ball good on another team. That's crazy.
I don't believe it.
I think with this game, Tulane wins time of possession. They win third down conversion battle. North Texas offense is going to put up points. That's one thing you're just going to have to be for certain.
You can't have
Tulane.
turnovers.
That's the thing. Exactly. Tulane, I think they keep up pace. I think they're going to be fine. But I think it kind of just blinks and then you're done. You're dead. North Texas, they don't have the defense to hold up, but it's going to give up a ton of yards, but it's also going to take the explosive plays when Tulane starts pressing. You know what I mean? Retzlaff, you might have 300 yards, but you might have 2 interceptions. You might have a fumble, strip sack, whatever it is. I think North Texas wins this around like I'm going to say like a 45-42, 45 to like 37 or something like that. It'll be like some like weird high score, personally. I just don't know if Tulane's there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, both teams, like, they obviously care. Both sides definitely care. Playoff spots on the line here. I think North Texas would be the more fun team in the playoff, personally.
I think just with the offense, yeah.
It's just so, I don't... It's weird. This is one of the more weirder conference games. I think it's going to be incredibly fun. It's one of the best games of the weekend.
And whoever you take the other side the second there's a score that goes against
100%, yeah.
Or goes with you, sorry.
Right.
Now, I will want if North Texas scores first, I'm taking Tulane live. I promise.
No doubt.
Like, that will be on the action immediately. This is probably
holding the future. Then I'm like, yeah, I'm holding.
You can sit this one out, but
I'm holding up with everything.
Yeah,
I want to play so bad. It's the funny thing, and just to have something. I mean, I do have. You know what I mean, though. It's hard to lay off.
Absolutely, and I'm going to do the same. I'll be honest. I'm going to do the same thing with the over and under. If there's a quick score, I'm just going to take the over.
Yeah.
If there's if it takes a couple minutes, I might try and see if the over's under my under and try and middle it. I think it's just going to be a great live trading game. I think you're not going to know who's going to win this into the third quarter, more than likely.
Short line, incredibly high total. It's going to be, you're going to have plenty of opportunities, I think.
Agreed.
I think there are points scored in this, though. It's like kind of doing to the over initially. I don't know what the weather is, but I would assume, knowing both of these offenses and both of these defenses, I would assume that we have points.
Yeah, it's gonna depend on the pace North Texas wants to play at, because Tulane does like to play a little slower. So that it'll depend on if Tulane wants to play their pace or if they want to speed it up with North Texas. So we'll see. All right, last Friday game, UNLV is traveling to Boise. We have already seen this game once before. However, there is a big caveat with this one. The last time these two teams played, Boise State's quarterback was Maddox Madsen. It is not Maddox Madsen anymore. And to be completely honest with you, their new quarterback is not very good. And he's pretty bad. But they won by 25 going away. They were at home. It was in week 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Week 9. So not super long ago. Biggest things are going to happen that are going to have to happen for UNLV. You're going to have to be able to run the ball, which, I'll be honest, Boise does a really good job of stopping the run. So reverse that. Boise does a really good job stopping the pass. So UNLV does have the opportunity to be able to run this ball, control time of possession, to get first downs, get explosive runs. The biggest problem that UNLV is going to have is their defense sucks on the ground, which is where Boise is going to try and make their hay because their quarterback, not experienced. He's played 3 games so far this year. So I think when you're looking at that kind of makes me lean under. I think both these teams are going to have to run the ball to try and win. Like, I personally think that I think I took it at 4. I think it's bumped up to 5. I'd take it at. I like UNLV here. We've talked about it already on here. Beating a team twice is really hard. You lose your quarterback, that means a lot. And UNLV was outmatched in the first one, but I think Dan Mullen also is a really good coach, and he's going to have adjustments here. I'm personally going to take a coach that I trust more over. As much as I like Spencer Danielson, I have been a little wary of his coaching decisions this year. So I think, like, specifically, UNLV's got to score touchdowns. You can't kick field goals, and you've got to bow up in third downs and red zone. I think that's going to be the biggest key. So I'm taking UNLV. Don't have a play in the total, but let's go running Rebs.
This game is also really interesting, considering the two teams that are playing more than likely should not be here.
It sucks that they are here. I hate that we got this. New Mexico should be in this thing.
It should be New Mexico and San Diego State.
I don't care about San Diego State, but, like, give me New Mexico, anybody. Just give me someone other than UNLV Boise again.
Yeah, this is pretty dumb. San Diego State destroyed Boise.
Yes.
Best team in the conference for a minute. And New Mexico won the head-to-head last week in double overtime. And then they won at UNLV a couple weeks ago. And yet again, the formula found a way to just sneak these guys in here, even though it was 0-2 in the 4-team battle for the spots. And, they, team has not been the same since for Boise State since then. And, like New Mexico, had 2 wins among the 4 teams considered. Now you have a chance to win back-to-back Mountain West championships over UNLV.
Ain't that something?
UNLV is playing. They have only won once, mind you. So I feel like they might be a little bit of irked or pissed off in a way in this one. As said before, not the same team. They won 56-31 last time. Pretty much a nip and tuck kind of game. Maddox was hot. Dude hurts his leg. Is it Cutforth? Is that how you pronounce this guy's last name?
Yes, Cutforth.
So he went 2-2. He broke even. Sucked against Fresno. Sucked against San Diego. Beat Colorado State. Beat Utah State. Yay! Here's the thing. They do not have any sort of firepower whatsoever to keep up if UNLV just snaps their fingers. That's it. There's your handicap. The thing is, like you said, UNLV's defense sucks.
Bad.
But they put up points in a lot of different ways. You have turnovers, you have takeaways, you have special teams, you have the running game that has actually been pretty good. But honest to God, like I don't understand why UNLV is here. They did not beat anybody in the Mountain West. They fumbled the New Mexico game. Again, you let up 56 from Boise. You beat Hawaii. You beat Utah State. You're only 2. That's it. End of list. This is the only 2 games over teams on the way to a bowl game, and both games were at home. I don't know. I digress.
Hey, they beat UCLA.
True. Also true. And yeah, I mean, the offense is great. They've been phenomenal. They've been good. Defense got hammered. 9 yards per carry, 5 yards per game. And now they're about to have an even worse day. Potentially, I don't know. Nonetheless, I'm playing UNLV too. So let's get... my main play is the under, though. I don't have this one logged yet. I don't have anything regarding the under yet. But if there's anything that's going to be complete opposite of their first game, like in terms of rematch scenarios, and it's this game. Could be the complete opposite. Last year, 21-7 final, following a 44-20 finish in the regular season version. So in the past, we've definitely seen these rematches, specifically this game specifically, they've won under.
Yeah.
Weather, very big factor. Rainy, damp, foggy, low 40s. Last year's game, really big adjustments in the game. You have Genty, who at the time ran over 200 plus. And yeah, like I said, 28 total points. Boise made good adjustments against UNLV's offense. Rusty Madsen, and all the times he's also out. Both teams are obviously going to look to avoid mistakes. I would expect a slower pace in this one as well. Keep the game on the ground. 58's high, I think, compared to what the last game was. So I'm going to take my chances, play the short dog on the road of UNLV, and hope they can keep it closer, but also limit the points on Boise's side for once. Please.
Agreed. Under's a lean. We'll see if I get there. With like
disgusting handicap, but yeah, it's got to be done.
All right, let's go to the MAC. We'll save the Power 4 for the last 4.
Sorry.
Yes.
Breaking.
Yeah.
Penn State found their guy.
Oh God. Wait.
You called it. You called it. You did it.
They finally got it together?
You did it. I just got the word. It's a done deal.
You could have done it literally 6 days ago. So Matt Campbell is the new head coach of Penn State?
He is. That was fast. That was fast too. That was within the last hour, and then all of a sudden he just confirmed it to be done within the last 5 minutes.
Good job.
So, anyways, congrats.
Anyways, we have bigger issues than who Pat Kraft just hired. Okay, I need to know what's going to happen in this Matt game on Saturday. That's what I need to know. We'll get to Matt Campbell later.
Will we though?
Maybe. Well, not this episode, but maybe next week. No, not this episode. Anyways, Miami of Ohio, Western Michigan, Saturday, noon Eastern, 11 a.m. at Ford Field in Detroit. That is where the MAC championship is played. Western Michigan's what? 2.5? Are they still 2.5? Ooh, down to 1.5. Western Michigan minus 1.5. Total is sitting at a good old 43.5 for a MAC game. What could we ask for better than a MAC game on a Saturday with a low 40s total and a spread with 2? Cinema is what this will be. And if you're watching this over the potentially the Big 12 championship game, might have something wrong with you because this could be better. However, getting into the matchup, I think there is a very significant advantage for one side of the ball here in this game, and I think it's Western Michigan's defense. Western Michigan's defense has been very, very good this year. Top 40 in really every major category. Top 40 in both defensive success rates, rush and pass. So they've been pretty good. Miami of Ohio's offense, not been good since DeQuan Finn said, "Adios, see you later, I'm out of here." Western Michigan's offense is bad. Miami of Ohio's defense is not great either. I think what you're going to see here is a low-scoring game. It's going to be close. I personally might play an under, which sounds awful, but I just have a really hard time seeing like Miami of Ohio maintaining a ton of drives, which means it's going to come down to special teams. So I think what you're looking at is a total around 38 and Western Michigan maybe winning by a field goal here. But I think with this big of an advantage on one side of the ball, I lean the favorite. I think Western Michigan gets it done. But MAC games are weird, especially in the conference championship, a la last year.
No doubt. Yeah, that's been actually kind of gross. I did not have a play in here.
I don't have a play. I've been trying to find one, and I was hoping you had one.
All right. Well, if you want a really gross one, all right, here. Let me talk you on. Maybe if I can.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
Oh God. We'll start with Miami. DeQuan Finn, disgusting what he done. And yeah, I don't know. You got Coach Martin goes to Gotkowski. I believe that's how you pronounce this dude's name. And in 2 starts.
Not great, Chief.
We're here.
He's playing football, kind of.
Sure. I mean, you don't really have turnovers. I mean, you have 2 touchdowns or 4-0 touchdown interception ratio in that kind of case, which is good. But when you look at the actual numbers behind it, it's nothing like eye catching, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Buffalo and Ball State are not Western Michigan. They are very far from it.
No.
Western Michigan, they are, like you said, top 35 team by yards per play. I'd probably argue them as a top 50 unit. I don't have it in front of me, but they probably are a top 50 unit by EPA per play. Maybe. I don't know.
On defense?
Yes.
They are
right outside. Probably border, right?
34th in success.
Very, very comfortable. Okay, so comfortably then. Okay.
77th EPA per rush, 39th EPA per pass. So, yeah, they're good.
Okay, I'll take that. Miami, they have been good on that front as well. They are allowing 0.05 more yards per play in conference games than Western Michigan is. Not a crazy discrepancy. There's not like a crazy edge, but they are also +9 in turnover margin in conference play. Western Michigan's offense, I think they are pretty much solely about ball control and ball safety, and just take your points whenever you got them. You know, whatever you like. They have mustered under 5 yards per play on the entire unit as a whole, but they have outgained Miami by 1/10 of yards per play in conference play. So again, very, very even teams. Only 9 teams have run the ball more than Western Michigan this year, and 4 of them run the option. So Brock Lowry was in a QB competition earlier in the year. It was when I was looking into my futures for Western Michigan. They are actually one of my teams to watch, but I didn't actually hit the button. I really like this team at the start. It's just not, I didn't expect them to be this good. But the ability from him to run and scramble, I think that's what won him that job, and that's why we're here in the first place. But Gutowski, he's a very lower tier guy. I mean, he's like a 3-star out of Indy. I mean, it's just somehow he's here in Oxford, and it's, I don't know. He didn't play in the 26-17 game when Finn was playing, and he had like 250, 260 yards, whatever it was. But both of these offenses, they're ranking in the 90s on EPA per play. Western Michigan's defense, they're 22 spots higher. Strength is obviously defending the pass, and like you said, but they're still better than the Redhawks against the run. But in total, they had 3.7 yards per carry against Miami in the first meeting. Martin's one of the best in the country, I think, in my opinion, at getting the most out of that team after DeQuan Finn decided to leave and depart from the program as a whole. Their focus has remained pretty steadfast, and they know what they want. The defense has been stout. But Miami as a whole, 14.4 yards per reception in the regular season. In that first game, indoors, offense is more balanced. I think he has the defense ready to play. I think I have to take Miami. I'm not going to lie. I think that's where I stand with it.
I'm taking Western Michigan.
Okay.
I think. Well, my sole reasoning being, so Miami of Ohio in the 26-17, Jordan Brunson runs for 13 carries, 90 yards, 6.9 yards per carry. Awesome.
Yes.
DeQuan Finn runs for 11 for 52 for 4.7 yards per carry. That's not there anymore.
No.
That's gone. That part of the offense is gone. I think you can key in on Brunson. I think the defense has, I know it's not a good run defense, but you have the ability to now just focus on that one option. I think Brock Lowry's legs play a key point in this. I think I'll lean Western Michigan for now. We'll see.
Could be a live play as well. I mean, honestly, it just could be a value play if like a team gets a field goal. If you get a decent plus money on either side, I think you'd be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. If you're looking for value, I don't know. I'm going to stop. It's just a mat game. It's not that deep. But it's not even a play that I have. But
let's go to the Big 12. BYU, Texas Tech. A rematch of a couple weeks ago where Texas Tech absolutely body bagged BYU. They now are playing in, where are they at? Are they at Jerry Jones' stadium?
Isn't it AT&T?
Yeah. Jerry Jones Stadium.
Yeah. Jerry Jones Stadium. It's just Jerry's World. Jeez.
Yeah, it's God. Jerry Jones' stadium, though. That's his. It's his stadium. Lines at 12.5, over under 49.5. Everything I have tells me to take BYU.
Go ahead. Just say it, yeah.
And when you look at it, this is the best BYU team we may have ever seen. This is better than the who was their quarterback when they played Tennessee? I can't remember. Anyways, they had a couple of teams in like the 2018-2019 range that were really good. This team is the best team. Power rating wise, ranking wise, everything. They have nothing to lose. They have to come in and win this game. This is their Super Bowl right here. Like, you have to give everything you have to the BYU team. Your coach came back. He denied Penn State and said, I'm coming back to coach the Mormons, to coach in this game specifically. They have the taste of blood. They want revenge, and that's why I'm taking Texas Tech. Because I don't care what the numbers say. Texas Tech is so good. Defensively, they are so good. They completely locked down the run game. I don't think a healthier LJ Martin helps that. I don't think. I watched the game. I watched every second of that game. Bear Bachmeier looked so confused. The most confused he's looked all season. It's a freshman quarterback against another defense. I know it's hard to beat a team twice, but I think at the end of the day, that Texas Tech's offense finds enough. They're not good in the red zone, but I just have a hard time seeing BYU get over 20, maybe 17. And I just don't see a world where Texas Tech doesn't score 20 to 24 at least. I like the over because I do think in this setting, you're either getting a Texas Tech blowout where they kick 5 field goals in the last game, you turn 3 of those into touchdowns, you hit an over. I think BYU is going to, give it the kitchen sink here. So you're going to see some weird stuff happen. So I could see BYU being feisty in the first half. But I lean Texas Tech. I like the over. I just, unless this gets to 14, I can't play BYU.
I understand. I understand completely. I will be hedging with BYU money line because at the beginning of the year we gave out Texas Tech to win the Big 12, and as of right now, it's looking like the easiest bet of our lives. And I just have to hope that actually comes to fruition and actually comes through. After saying that, BYU is now a lock of the century. So do with that with what you will. No, I'll give a play for the spread for the people if you guys actually want to or not. I don't really care. Nonetheless, I think this is the one game where you have to look at the previous matchup the most out of every other rematch that's in this conference championship slate, in a sense, because the differences, like what Texas Tech did at home, you might see the exact same thing on Saturday. I hate to say it, but that's just what it is. You have LJ Martin, Bachmeier, they ran for less than 50 yards combined. Chase Roberts' health is up in the air. I know he's available. Is he 100%? We don't know. He sat out last week, so that probably says a little bit at least. But they averaged 2.8 yards per play. That's 26 carries. Like you said, 3 of 14 on third down. And the field position battle was just unbearable. Like they put them borderline just behind midfield every single drive that started. Mm-hmm. And like I said before with Chase Roberts, health is in the air. He's the only guy that scored a touchdown in that game for BYU. If he's not good to go, your offense, kiss it goodbye, because Texas Tech is going to stop anything regardless outside of him with ease.
Yeah.
This is just a defensive play. It's not necessarily Texas Tech's offense. It's going to be their defense that puts them in this whole position to put the offense, or to give the offense ability to put points on the board. It's pretty much the easiest cap you can have in that kind of sense. It shouldn't be close. The line is what it is for a reason for the second time in a row, despite it being on a neutral site. It doesn't matter. Texas Tech is a really, really banging football team. So they should root them again. I'm not going to bank on that because it's a really big number in a conference championship, and I honestly don't really like laying that big of a number in conference championships. But again, since we have the conference championship ticket, I'm just laying off of everything, and I'm playing that. But I do have the under.
Boo.
You could pretty much hope to God that BYU just gets shut out completely, and have to pray that Texas Tech slows the pace down and basically just kind of controls clock, because once your defense does what they do and does what they need to do, you would kind of think that they would like to keep him off the field. I don't know. That's what I would hope. Then again, they're not necessarily your running gun team. So it's going to be praying for Texas Tech to lay off, essentially. That's what you're doing in this case.
Yeah. I mean, couple of counters to like the total thing.
It's hard. It's hard to get there.
Texas Tech's not going to be able to run the ball.
No.
More than likely at a consistent pace. Like, yeah, they're going to break off their 7-8 yard runs, every 3 or 4 plays or something like that. So they're going to be passing the ball a lot. I don't expect BYU to be -3 in turnovers again. So I'm going to bank on, BYU putting up a couple more points. And also, Texas Tech had 5 drives into the red zone. They kicked 5 field goals in those red zone trips. You get 2 touchdowns and you hit the over.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I just think BYU's offensive output will be better this go around because they've seen it already. And I do think that helps them. So that's
with that being
my
said,
official play.
I do agree with you. With that being said, though, if you are essentially too scared to play the full game under, I'm pretty much there with you on BYU. I don't see them breaking 20 plus. Team totals at 17.5. It's still at the hook. Anything 17.5. Take it. I think, honestly. I just don't see it hitting 20 plus. Not now. Not after that. So,
yeah.
Actually, I'm going to check that after we hop off of here. If I have a buyback opportunity where I'm taking a slight hit, I'm fine with it, and I'm just going to play the BYU team total under. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I just don't know if I can rely on Texas Tech to lay off that much.
Yeah,
like they don't need to but
expect that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to have another game for 3 weeks because they'll get a bye if they win. So why not max effort and win the Big 12? All right, let's go to Atlanta, Georgia, Alabama, version 2. This is version 9 in the Kirby Smart era. Kirby Smart is 1-7 against Alabama. How'd we get here? Texas A&M lost. Would have been. I love, because I do think these might be the 2 best teams in the SEC. I would have liked to see some new blood. The rematches with these big conferences do get a little old. I mean, we have a ton this year, which kind of sucks. But this is going to be a good game. They've played close almost every game that they've played. This is 2 elite staffs going against each other. This is, 2 of the top premier programs in the country, which you're going to catch a lot of eyes here. Personally, and I know there's been a lot of discourse about this on social media and on podcasts, I do not think the result matters here. Both teams are in the playoff. There's no debate that I'm going to have where either of these 2 teams are out. With that being said, biggest keys to this matchup for me, and well, one, we've seen it. Alabama went down to Athens and beat them 24-21. Georgia had a chance to tie the game. Kirby trusted his guys and went for it on 4th down and didn't get it, and Alabama gets out with the win. So Alabama dominated the 3rd downs. They were like an elite number. I can't remember off the top of my head what the number was, but I mean like 60-70% maybe even on 3rd downs, which is just unheard of. You would expect that to reduce back to the mean. Georgia, I believe, was 2 of 8 on 3rd downs. You would expect that to go back up to what they statistically are about, because looking at it right now, Georgia's 48% on 3rd downs. Alabama's 48% on 3rd downs. So you get those 2 numbers together. What is the big advantage for these teams? And for me personally, I think the biggest advantage is the fact that Kirby Smart can't beat Alabama. I don't think it's on the field. I don't think there is this big discrepancy in these 2 teams where I can tell you I see this or I see that. I could see this game going 600 ways, and you having like, I could see Alabama throwing for 400 yards. I could see somehow this being the game Alabama runs for 200. Like, I could see anything that like this. Kirby is an elite in-game adjuster, but Kalen DeBoer is so good offensively. And I just think that in a game like this, that Alabama may want it slightly more. I know the comments with Kirby about how we're not going to rest guys. We don't care about getting injured. This is an SEC championship we're playing for. That means something, and the guys are going to back that. But Kalen DeBoer is going to go in those meetings and tell them, if you lose this game, you're out.
Pretty much.
And I think that they're going to come out and they're going to play the best game they've played, arguably since the Vandy game, maybe. It's been a long time. They've played a gauntlet. Georgia, not so much, outside of Texas, I guess. So I just think Alabama's seen enough, and I'm going to pick Alabama to cover the number, win the game outright, and I'm going to have them beat Georgia twice. I also lean the over. I think I played it. Did I play the over? Yes, I played the over. I also have the over. Give me a track meet in Atlanta.
Oh, I love that. We have another hedge opportunity.
Oh, that's right. You do have Alabama.
Had Alabama. Dude, we killed on the futures here, I'm telling you. Which we'll go over the futures recap. I think, should we do that after conference championship weekend or after the entire season?
We can do it like after
week. We can, yeah. Because we didn't really have, well, my natty tickets are dead, so.
I'll be placing new natty tickets once we know the bracket.
That too. Yeah, so I'll basically try to call this game like I don't have any side whatsoever yet. But we do have Alabama at, did we get 7-1? Is that what it was? Or 4? No, sorry, that was natty. It was like 470 something, right? That sounds right.
I don't know. You're the only one.
I don't have it up in, oh, really?
Yeah, I just played the win total.
Oh, okay. I know I have it around like the 450 something, 470 something, whatever it is. Which would be absolutely huge. Now, yes, I will be taking Georgia as my hedge. Yes, okay. 475 on Fanatics is what I had. So I will be playing Georgia as my hedge opportunity. But putting your names into the numbers, Mr. Ty Simpson, you have an option on your hands whether you have the game of your life and you could potentially finding yourself in the NFL draft next year. Whereas if you put up a stinker, you might be sticking around for another year, maybe. Obviously, you're very good first game. 276, 2 touchdowns, 1 on the ground, no picks, no sacks. Agile, elusive, comfortable, poise, phenomenal. He played out of his mind. He was great. Outside of him, you look at who he's throwing the ball to. It's been Jeremy Bernard. Ryan Williams is a ghost. And leads the team. Bernard does at least 700 yards, over 50 grabs. Isaiah Horton is emerged now. He's got the most touchdowns on the team. And, Simpson hasn't had the luxury of a dual threat like most Bama QBs have. They've ran for 3.7 yards per carry with everybody, with at least 56 carries total. And they've averaged 4 yards per carry or fewer, which is interesting. So in that aspect, you have one area where Georgia has the edge, if you will. Nate Frazier, Chauncey Bowens, they both have over 5 yards per carry. So, and then Gunnar Stockton also pretty much leads the team in rushing touchdowns with 8. I'm looking at it, he has 8. And he has been more effective on the ground than Ty Simpson has. That said, he has thrown an interception in each of his last 3 games and 4 of the last 5. So ultimately, you can probably bank on Bama's secondary, I should say, to just limit through the air and focus on the ground game. I'm thinking back to the first meeting between these two, especially, and it felt like Bama was the better team for the first quarter and a half, and then they were just hanging thread by thread since then. literally. Like they 14-0 lead. 14 play long scoring drives. Yeah, 2 of those, and like all of a sudden your page turned, like legit. And then both teams very, very good, phenomenal teams. They know that this is a coin flip game. Like my model legitimately has Bama at minus 0.5 as a raw power rating prediction in terms of a model. But both teams have had their good and their bad, and maybe a lot more bad on Bama's side. I would prefer to play Alabama if I didn't have anything whatsoever going on. That would be my play if you had it, just for the value of it. I think it's worth it. I think they just come out with a fire. You know what I mean? Like, they need this game. Then again, like you said, they are both in the playoff, regardless. But there has to be some sort of, I don't know what you want to call it. I don't want to call it anger because they won the last game. It's not like they need to prove anything. But I don't know. I just feel like DeBoer has better preparation in this kind of sense of a game, personally.
I think, yeah, DeBoer better preparation, Kirby better in game.
Correct.
So
that's pretty much what kept Georgia in it, and after the fact of like that first half. So
yeah, and look, for me, Alabama scores first, take it Georgia.
Yep.
If I can get a 3 or whatever, I'll be doing that as well. So another live trading game, but I agree. Let's do the pity bowl. Duke and Virginia face off in Charlotte, if anyone cares. Virginia, that's so rude, but it's so true.
It's gonna have the worst rating, like viewer ratings of all time, probably.
Yeah, especially coinciding with the Big Ten championship. 3.5 to 4.5 Virginia favorite, over under 57.5. Another rematch, another game we've already seen. I'm going to keep this short and simple. I don't have any stats that I'm going to give you or anything. I want chaos. So Duke plus 3.5, Duke money line. I don't care. I don't want to see the ACC in this thing. Give me 2 group of 5s. The ACC doesn't deserve it this year, especially Virginia. Before I give it off to you, why do they get to play NC State, lose, and it not count? That doesn't seem fair. Oh, well, we had to play a 10th ACC game. Count it.
Is that
stupid? Yes. The ACC sucks. Relegate them. Put them in the group of 5. Give me I want the American to be a Power 4 conference. That's my breakdown.
I don't really.
Duke.
I don't want to even cap this game. I played the over because Duke defense sucks.
True.
It's kind of crazy that I'm saying Manny Diaz's team has a terrible defense, but honestly, somehow
they just can't tackle. They just refuse to tackle people.
Oh yeah, they get boat raced at home, and now they find themselves here in a neutral site in a conference championship game. I don't know. Like Virginia, I can't stand both of these teams. Like, yes, they should take care of business because they did on Duke's home field. I don't think enough could have changed necessarily since they last played.
You think
Chandler Morris is healthier, I think, in that kind of aspect. But that might be it.
12 of 19 on third down.
It's probably like not. Do we really see stuff like that relegate? Like no, like I don't.
That's got to come back to the mean a little.
You would think, you would hope, right? Like I don't know. I did play it.
If we go back to 50, like it should be. I mean, they're at 49.5%. If you give me 50, it's a little different.
Oh boy, yeah. I don't know, dude. I played the over though. I'll take points in a really, really piss poor game, but that's about it.
Yeah, Darian Mensa. Come on.
Blah, blah, blah. Points. Manny Diaz. Blah, blah, blah. Bad defense. Okay.
I just want the hook, man. Plus 3.5, I'll take it.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, now it's at 4.5. So get a better number.
Might as well play like minus 3.5 just to say they're winning. So.
Yeah. Sure. All right. The biggest game of the weekend. Number 1 versus number 2 in Indianapolis. Indiana Hoosiers. Ohio State Buckeyes. Do you know what network this is on?
Usually it's on Fox.
Fox does not a noon kickoff? Are you sure? I don't think that's legal. It's on Fox.
Is it?
Yeah, it's on Fox.
Yeah, I was gonna say, usually it is.
That's just it's a joke for the big noon guys.
That just hit me. I'm sorry. That was such a delayed joke. Well done.
Well done. Thank you. I appreciate it. My cap's pretty simple here. As much as I want Indiana to be the team that we think they are and to be as dominant as they are and all of these things. And we've watched them throughout 12 games and against premier competition, and everyone will go back to that Oregon game. I don't know what Oregon is still. After 12 games, I still don't exactly know. I know they have a dominant run game and a dominant run defense, but I don't know how good they are compared to some other teams. You look at who else Indiana played that was a competent roster that had good coaching. Iowa, they only win by 5. Penn State takes the most miraculous catch ever to win them the game. So, and then I look at Ohio State, who has played in one possession game this year, I believe. 1, and it was the first game of the year. They've trailed for 13 minutes. As much as I want to say that Indiana, I want to take Indiana. I would love to, but the number's not high enough for me. I think the number should be 6.5. I think that is the gap between Ohio State and the number 2 team in the country. That is Indiana. Indiana is number 2 in power ratings. In almost everyone's power ratings, Indiana's number 2. And I think the gap should still be that high on a neutral field until proven otherwise, which Indiana has every chance to go do that on Saturday night. But until they do it, I will take Ohio State. They haven't been here since 2020. They finally beat Michigan. I think this starts a reign of terror. I think they go and win this on Saturday, and I'd be really scared to have to play them in the playoff because I think they're out for blood.
Man, oh man, what are we gonna do with you egotistical Ohio State fans who are about to hear what I'm about to say? As much hating and just hoping that I've was just right on this team at the beginning of the year, because I'll admit, hand up,
you're so wrong.
Way off. Absolutely way off. I don't think I've ever been more way off in my entire life. Worst call of all time. Worst bet of all time.
Facts. Get you a clown nose.
We should, probably. But nonetheless, I'm going to be wearing a lot of scarlet and gray on Saturday. I'm going to be decked. You see that hat? No longer, no moss.
Okay.
So, wow, bad hair day for the guy. Sorry, guys. I'll keep this short, sweet, and simple, and to the point. My model. Actually, I'm going to backtrack. We go to the first matchup of these two, or the last prominent matchup, I would say. Last year. And Ohio State wins this game comfortably. After Indiana talks all that talk about, we're ready for the big dog. We've earned this shot to play against the big dog. Whatever. It is what it is. You got a big game ahead of you. You've won all year long. Phenomenal coach, phenomenal players. Congrats on your great season. I have terrible news for you. You are not coming close to winning this conference on Saturday. Not even close. You are going to take much more to beat this team. Now, I've over-exaggerated, and I've said previously that this is the greatest team of all time. I am not there yet. Probably depends on how bad that they beat them on Saturday or how good they look in their first couple of playoff games, honestly, just because I haven't seen them play anybody since week 1. But then again, you've won every single game since then by double digits. You whoop up on your arch rival that you haven't beat in 5 years. Something has got to give where, despite all the winning that Ohio State has done, this team is pissed off. They are tired of all the noise and all the talk about how they haven't played anybody, how they haven't seen anybody, and they're basically limited on what they can do. I'm taking Ohio State by 2 touchdowns. Should not be close. Going to ladder it by a touchdown, by 10, and by 13. End of discussion. Final score, 31-17. Close first half. Close first quarter. They might be up at the first quarter. And then the game starts. Bye-bye. Enjoy your first round bye. And then you might lose that. And then Ohio State's going to go on to win probably to the national championship and play whoever it is. It's just a terrible matchup. Like Indiana, they run the most zone in college football. Julian Saden, highest graded passer in college football, versus zone in college football. Indiana's going to stick to what they're good at the risk of Julian absolutely shredding them. Like, if you don't get pressure on him, it's game over. I'm sorry. There is no way you win this game if you're not putting pressure on that kid at all. The dude's tight as an arrow. He's threading the needle almost every throw. Like, I don't see this one being close. I'm sorry. Ohio State by 2 touchdowns. This line's stupid.
Would you not argue this is the best defense Ohio State's played?
It is.
Okay.
But again, same thing that for Ohio State. How good is Oregon? They also let up 24 on Penn State of Grunkemeyer. I don't know. I really don't know. That's the thing. There's so much like that we don't know about these two teams still, but I'm just relying on the sole purpose of coaching on both staffs. Patricia, I think he figures out this Indiana's offense snap of a finger. Just like that. This is the biggest wager I've ever put in college football, ever. I have 3.5 units pending on this game. 1.5 on Indiana's team total under 21.5. And then Ohio State minus 3.5, minus 107 on Novig. As to why that number was offered, I have no idea, but I absolutely slammed it the moment I saw it. So here we are. And then, laddering 6.5, 9.5, 13, done. That's it. There's your cap.
Yeah. I mean, devil's advocate is this team's better than last year's team, speaking of Indiana.
They are. I'll give them that. Congrats.
You can argue Ohio State's team is better than they were last year, which
they probably are.
Yeah. This game can go 2 ways, and I think it's you see Ohio State get up early, you see Mendoza press against Patricia, and it causes a mistake or two. I do think there is a scenario where this game is close, and that is only because of Kurt Signetti and him just being absolutely bananas. And look, he's told us over and over again, all he does is win. Google me. So I'm not afraid to doubt him, and I'm not afraid to bet against him. But if he burns me, so be it. Because
I'm fine with that. I could be very wrong, and I'll gladly be wrong if he does somehow pull this off. But genuinely, if you want to earn that right of talking about winning the big game, like you can win in the regular season as much as you want. I do not care. Until you have a trophy in that trophy case, I could care less of what you do, though. I'm sorry.
Psh, Notre Dame fan talking. Shut up.
I would know.
Ain't got no trophies.
What are you talking about? Huh?
What? Huh? How many conference championships have you won?
Independent champions for the last 16 years, buddy. All right. Outside of the fact that Army ran the conference.
There's Army not a conference. That's the point. Join one.
Here's the thing.
Indiana.
I've seen this team. I was in the same boat as they were. No, I've seen Ohio State.
Oh, I'm not arguing that. I'm not even arguing anything. I'm playing devil's advocate here. I just think it's funny.
What's the one quote of the Army sergeant? Except it's just me in this case where I'm a Notre Dame fan and I'm just like, we've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want to play a game against Ohio State, so help me God, someone else will. Yeah, that's how this feels right now. I'm not even kidding. I don't know.
Think the only way Indiana wins this game is if Cooper and Surratt are able to win one-on-one. It's the only way. And it's genuinely the only way.
I'm sorry, I just can't see it. I don't know.
I mean, that's the one way to attack them, though.
Oh, I know.
Their corners are not that good.
It is.
They're good. They are really good, but they're not that good.
They also hold a lot. So
they do. Igbenogson is literally the king of holding. So
he's the Terrion Arnold of college football.
Yes. But that's the way to get them. I don't know if that's possible. We're gonna see. We're gonna see early. I'm excited though.
What is more likely, in your opinion?
Ohio State blowing them out, or Indiana
of the Ohio State running away early, and it ends up like the Notre Dame game in the Natty, where it's 23-3, 24-3, or is it like Indiana's up early first quarter, maybe parts of the second quarter, and Ohio State just runs and takes it in the second half?
I would say it's a lot more like the Michigan game, but you don't see the dominant second through fourth quarter that Ohio State had. I don't see, if Indiana's up 10-3 at the end of the first quarter, I do not see them ending with only a field goal after that, is what I would say. If you're asking me what the most likely scenario is out of the two scenarios, honestly, I do think it is Indiana keeping it close. I do think this team's really good. And there is this thing of Ohio State does sleepwalk. That is what they do.
We've said that a ton this year too. Yeah.
They do it in the first half. They did it against Michigan. They did it against Rutgers. They did it against these teams. They are sleepy at the start. And it's at the end of the day, it's a freshman QB in his first conference championship game. That doesn't mean nothing. That does mean something. Double negative. Yep. So if they can get Sayin erratic early, I mean, I know they have the two best receivers in college football, but we'll see. I like the matchups for Ohio State more.
Yeah,
but
100%.
I'd argue I like the coach for Indiana more. I would
agree.
Not.
I would agree.
I'm not going to sit here and say Ryan Day's a great coach. Still,
no,
I won't do it. So we're about to find out with all the recruiting losses they just had about how much better, how good their wide receiver is going to be for much longer.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Zone 6 dead? Clickbait?
Is wide receiver U dead?
Wide receiver U is actually going to South Florida.
Don't be rude. It's Tennessee. It's Tennessee now. Watch out.
Oh, you get one flip.
He didn't flip. You haven't seen
You just decode? You just decode? What?
You talking about Legend?
Yeah.
His mom's making him sign at Tennessee.
Shut up.
He's 17.
I didn't know that.
He wants to go to Ohio State. So that he'll flip back when he turns 18 in like 2 weeks. I don't even know why he's committing right now. 100% he'll flip back.
He doesn't need to. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm confused. What are you talking about, dude? We get Tristan Keys? Come on.
No, you're fine. That's why.
We got Dante Thornton, Chris Brazzell. I'm going to stop the list there because the rest of them suck. Hey, Jalen Hyatt was awesome. He's awesome for a whole season in college. You know what? It's Brian Daboll's fault, okay? Jalen Hyatt's great. Okay.
Dabble.
Brian Dabble? Dabo?
Dabble.
The Bears. Okay, get me off.
I have tears, dude. Hey, Jalen Hyatt was great.
I thought I had something else. Oh, dude, you missed the most elite Robert Morris finish of college basketball ever. They were down. They were down.
I feel like I looked at a game when they were.
They were down 4 with like 30 seconds left, and I looked back down, and they were up 2. Don't know how it happened, but hey, Robert Morris plus 1.5. Bang.
Huh. Well, what'd you look at that?
2-1 today.
Woo. Are we going to announce? I mean, we already did announce it, but college basketball soon within the pod. It's just going to be
post playoff.
Yeah,
post New Year's 6 bowl games.
Okay. I can because conference play starts. I don't know the exact date. God.
It's going to be impossible. It's going to be so.
When does it? I am curious because I don't have the actual date.
3 pods a week.
Sure.
Okay.
First conference game starts January 3rd. That is a Saturday.
Oh, perfect. No, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, that's fine. So New Year. The New Year will start college basketball.
Okay. There you heard it first. College basketball's coming to Hammer Time. I'll just like toot the horn a little bit if you don't mind. All right, fine.
Yeah,
We'll end it there.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. We're here drowning.
No, we're not.
I am.
We have hitting at a 63% clip right now in college basketball. Yeah, and we're up over 21 units.
He's lucky, guys.
So, yeah, we're going to be bringing college basketball to the pod, nonetheless. Announcement done. Congrats. And you'll get to hear. This will be fun. Strictly because of specific dates.
I'm not coming on the pod.
It'll just be a solo show.
Not after the 2 losses I just witnessed from that team.
Hey man,
I'm a Gonzaga fan now. They're a wagon.
They might win by 40 tomorrow.
Dude, I have Kentucky favored.
In that game?
Yes.
No.
No, sorry. Zaga by 1.
No.
Yeah. Zaga by 1.
How?
Don't ask me questions. Ask the
your
stupid
computer.
Yeah.
I have Gonzaga.
I have Gonzaga by 2.
Insane.
That's Gonzaga by 2 and Gonzaga by 1. I'm taking Kentucky.
No.
Go Kids. Big Blue. I'm going to do it just to spite you. I'm going to bet Kentucky every game.
Joke's on you. I mean, I already played Gonzaga.
Oh, also, definitely, I can't believe that we've just switched over to college basketball now, but I'm betting Michigan State.
On Saturday?
Yeah. Tom Izzo, baby. Give me that.
Oh, boy.
Duke ain't that good. Come on now. Don't be like that.
I didn't say a word.
Honestly, I shouldn't because I have no value in it, but I have Michigan State -1. So Why not?
That's just nuts to me.
Dude, home court.
Home field.
Yeah, home field. Probably because Michigan State has an elite defense would be my guess as to why.
Potentially. One could argue.
Also, Boozer has not been great against like actually good competition so far.
He's played very
Like even the Tennessee game, he grabbed a ton of boards, but he's slightly inefficient. So
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm taking Gonzaga.
I'm taking Kentucky.
Please do.
Head 2 days in a row. Let's go.
Please do.
I will.
Please do.
I will. And when I win,
I hope we win, but I don't.
I hope you lose by 3 or less.
I hope. Oh, you're saying like me or like we as in like Kentucky?
You're not on the team, so Kentucky.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, like
you're just a fan.
I'm not a fan. Me and Pope.
Then you need to tell him to get his act together.
Believe me, I would if I could. I'm sorry, okay? But I have my doubts.
Do you regret having Calipari leave?
I had no choice in it. You act like I'm in the front office now.
Well, you just said you're boys, so you're boys with Mitch Barnhart or whatever his name is.
I was the one who got Will Stein there.
So why'd you let go of Calipari?
Because Tyson offered more money.
I don't think that's why he left.
Are you sure?
He left because you made him. I think you guys were.
Did you see what Arkansas tweeted today?
No.
2-0 versus the state of Kentucky. And I was like, God, that left a terrible taste in my mouth.
I can't wait till they go to Rupp again and beat you.
We have to go to Bud Walton this year, and they're going to run a train on us.
Yeah, I bet you like that. What weeks are or what days are the two? Saturday, January 17th, and Saturday, February 7th are must tune in to the podcast a couple days before.
Why is that?
It's just going to be ugly.
We got to go to one, right?
At some point.
I'll come down to Knox. I'm not even kidding for that game.
I'm 3 hours from Knox. That's not close for me. Lexington,
you made the drive like 4 times, 3 times, whatever this year apparently.
Yeah, that was that's a fair point. Maybe we'll have to see.
It's going to be much cheaper in Knoxville than it is for Rupp Arena. I'll tell you that much.
It's 3 hours and 34 minutes. It's almost the same. It's pretty funny. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll do. If we don't do that, we could do some sort of like a watch party or something. I know you used to that thing.
It'll be either that. All right, just say screw it. I'm coming to Nashville. We're going to go to the SEC tournament.
Sure, that works.
Okay, cool. How does that work? Have you ever done that? Tickets?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you get access to every game if you buy one ticket?
No, you get sessions. So like the first 3 days, when it's 4 games, you get the first 2 or the last 2. Then the semifinal is one or the other. And then the final is 1.
Huh. So interesting.
Yes.
I would probably do that.
I'd rather do that. It's way more entertaining.
I would do that. I would be, yeah. Whichever days that like our teams are playing on specifically, I would do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if there's a world where we don't even show up because we know that we're just going to get bounced by probably Mississippi State or somebody like that this year again. But whatever.
The SEC sucks. So.
Yeah.
Somehow Florida is still the highest ranked SEC team in power ratings.
I think it should be Bama.
It's Florida, Bama, Kentucky, Tennessee.
Why is Kentucky still up there?
Because you've lost to good teams.
They can't rebound to save their life. I'm sorry. I'm not there on that team. The team sucks.
This is not a college basketball podcast yet.
I'm so out on that team. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah.
Cut the last 20 minutes.
Kentucky sucks. The electric offense has shifted to Kentucky football instead of Kentucky basketball. They're a football school from now on. Will Stein, Joe Sloan, they're about to cook with all the screens that they're about to cook up together.
That's because you thought Ortega Owe was actually good. That's your problem.
I did not say that.
Mm-hmm.
I did not say that. They apparently did because they had him as preseason player of the year, which was
Why isn't Trent Noah playing anymore? What the heck?
I don't know. Talk to Pope.
No, you do. That's your boy.
You're right. Why is Brandon Garrison on my team? Why is Denzel Aberdeen on my team? Why is
End the pod.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, we're doing this.
Don't want to talk college basketball on December 4th.
Jalen Lowe's listening to this. He's
who?
Jalen Lowe, dude. Fix your shoulder. We need you. If he's listening.
Yeah, end the pod. I'm gonna leave.
Just do that instead. That would be great.
No, I don't know what you'll do if I go.
I don't know. You just jump back in for the next next week's recap, and I'm still here.
Yeah, probably. Or you'd go on some tangent about who's gonna win college baseball or something. I'm worried about you.
Probably.
Start doom scrolling the Lane files again.
Weinstein files.
Yeah.
Well, with that, I guess I'm being told to end the pod. My sources are telling me
please cut the last 20 minutes from the pod.
If you made it this far.
I hope you didn't.
If you made it this far, I don't apologize. You did this to yourself. But just the little sneak peek of what's coming.
It will be much different than this.
We're going to have no viewers after the month of January. Just because of that.
Especially if you don't cut the last 20 minutes that we just had.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty funny. Yeah, that'll do it for today. We'll see you guys Monday, Tuesday, one of those 2 days, but depending on when we have availability to do this recap of Conference Championship Week. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy these last few weekends of football. And we'll see you guys next week. And yeah, good luck with your bets. Peace.
Great review.
Also that.